The following video is on adding and subtracting binomial radical expressions. The worksheet that I'm going to be using for this particular demonstration comes from the mathematicsvisionproject.org, and I'm just going to be doing the first three. So if we look at the first one here, I have two binomials, negative 7 minus 2 times the square root of 5 plus 6 plus 8 times the square root of 5. And when I add these, first I need to get rid of parentheses, and I can get rid of parentheses in one of two ways. One, I can combine my like terms, or two, I can distribute. Now these are not like terms. Because of the square root of 5, this becomes an irrational number. So I'm going to distribute instead. In front of these parentheses, I have an implied 1. And I'm going to distribute that throughout the parentheses, and that's going to give me negative 7 minus 2 times the square root of 5. There's an implied 1 in front of these parentheses. When I distribute that, I'm going to get 6 plus 8 times the square root of 5. When I combine my like terms, negative 7 and 6, those are like terms. I'll combine those, so negative 7 plus 6 is going to give me negative 1. And then I'm going to combine my square roots of 5. I have negative 2 of these square roots of 5 here, and 8 of the square roots of 5 here. Together, I have 6 of these square roots of 5. So this becomes my simplified answer. Number 9, in front of these parentheses, I'm going to distribute again because inside of the parentheses, these are not like terms. So in front of these parentheses, I have an implied 1 that I'll be distributing. That's going to give me negative 10 minus the square root of 13. And in front of these parentheses, I have an implied negative 1. When I distribute the negative 1, I get negative times the negative is a positive 11. And negative 1 times 5 times the square root of 13 is going to give me negative 5 times the square root of 13. When I combine my like terms, negative 10 plus 11 is going to give me 1. And negative 1 of these square roots of 13 minus 5 of these square roots of 13 gives me negative 6 of these square roots of 13. So negative 1 minus 6 times the square root of 13 becomes my second answer. So I'm going to be doing one more problem. This problem is a little bit larger. I'm going to distribute the implied 1. That's going to give me 4 minus the square root of 50. Distribute the implied 1 here. That's going to give me 7 plus 3 times the square root of 18. Minus, I'm going to distribute the negative 1. That's going to give me negative 12. Negative times the negative is a positive 2 times the square root of 72. When I combine my like terms, this 4 and the 7 and the negative 12, those are like terms. 4 plus 7 is going to give me 11. 11 minus 12 is going to give me negative 1. What I have left over is negative the square root of 50. I have 3 times the square root of 18. And I also have 2 times the square root of 72. Now I would stop here because these are not like terms. However, these are not prime numbers. 50 and 18 and 72, they are not prime numbers. So it's possible that I can break these down into something, into prime numbers, and so in a way that I will have like terms. So let's do a factor tree. 50 can be broken down using a factor tree to 5 times 10. 5 is a prime number, 10 is not, so 5 times 2. Because this is a square root, I can extract anything from the square root if I have a group of some numbers. And here I have a group of 5s, so I can extract a 5. That would give me negative 1 minus 5 times the square root of 2. 18 is not prime, so I'll break this one down as well. I should probably clarify that because 2 didn't have a group, it is still stuck in the square root. Square root of 18, 18 can be broken down into 9 times 2. And 9 can be broken down into 3 times 3. So I have a group of 3's. Because this is a square root, I'm looking for I need a pair, and I have a pair of 3. So a 3 can come out, so that leaves me with the original 3 plus this 3 here. oh sorry, this 3 times this 3 here, I apologize, this is multiplication, so times 3, and because this 2 never had a partner, it is still stuck in the square root. Let's look at the last one, 72. Well, 72 it's even, so we know it is divisible by 2. So 2 times 36. 36 is 6 times 6. I already have a group of 6's that can be taken out of the square root. So that's going to give me plus 2 times this group of, I should say it's not a group anymore once I pull it out. So 2 times the 6. So 2 times 6. And this 2 never had a partner. It's still stuck in the square root. So when I clean this up, I'm going to take care of multiplication first. These multiplications here, that's going to give me negative 1 minus 5 times the square root of 2 plus 3 times 3 is 9 times the square root of 2 plus 2 times 6, that's 12, and then times the square root of 2. Now I have a bunch of like terms here. I have negative 5 of these square roots of 2 plus 9 of these square roots of 2 plus 12 of these square roots of 2. Those can all be combined. So I have negative 1, negative 5 plus 9, so negative 5 square roots of 2 plus 9 square roots of 2 is going to give me 4 square roots of 2. 4 square roots of 2 plus 12 square roots of 2 is going to give me 16 square roots of 2. So I have plus 16 square roots of 2. And there you go. That's the final answer. I hope that helped. Have a wonderful day.